Good day, everybody. Let's take a couple of minutes and talk about the pause. There's a great deal of productivity conversation about, during this pandemic of, the virus and people staying at home and not allowed to go places or off work. And, great, now we can do all the things that, we haven't been doing around the house or in projects or with work or starting a new job or a new project on the side or a new renovation at the home, cleaning out your closet, whatever it is. There's a lot of things that we have been avoiding looking at in terms of those kinds of tasks. But there's also a moment of pause, and it's the breath that we all get to take. And as an analogy, it's the pause between the inhale and the exhale, and vice versa. So in order to continue inhale and exhale, there has to be a very brief moment when we're doing neither. We're just pausing. And that's one of the reasons why I've found, for me anyway, some form of meditative practice is so useful, because it allows it to pause. So when we take a big breath in, we pause, and then we exhale, and then we pause. Now, depending on the nature of, obviously, what we're doing, or breathing faster, etc., but just as a general principle, that's what's happening, even if the pause is very, very brief. So right now, some of us are in a pause. And if you pause for a long time or a short time is completely dependent on what you're dealing with in your life, what you're faced with, what you want to do, how much of a pause you need, what's healthy for you, if you have other little people around with family or kids, there's so many other variables that is it's your own thing to deal with. But remember to pause. So you drive, you work, you become effective, work on efficiency, get stuff done. That is so deeply important. That work, which would be considered what we call a masculine energy, but not masculine meaning a physical male, just a masculine energy. And then there's a feminine energy, which is more of a pause. And so we need both, though. So if we're only ever driving and we're not pausing and reflecting and breathing in a moment, then we're going to burn out. And we're coming off of major focus on output already. So there needs to be a pause. That's also what sleep is for. Sleep is the pause. In one part of our life, it's a pause. When you get to focus on the pause, when you end up stepping back in and doing the action work, then you have more to give. Another comparison or analogy is eating. Eating is a pause. You pause what you're doing and you eat. And then you can go back to what you're doing. That's what it's for. So please take that into consideration with what you're doing right now in your life. Remember to pause. And as you reflect, if you have a tendency to pause more than you need to, notice that and say, well, maybe I don't need to really pause that long. Maybe it's time for me to go and do something. Right? So we all have our tendencies. It's so wonderful as a side to be outside in the sun and hearing the birds, that cardinal. There's a wonderful robin in front of me. And it's wonderful, wonderful. Anyway, so reflect on your relationship you have with the pause and you have with the effort, and find the balance that's right for you. It's not 50-50. There are times when you need to pause 90 and work 10 and flip, work 90, pause 10. But do take that into consideration, whatever is healthy for you as you move forward with what we're going through. And as we create together a better place to live within ourselves, our families, our communities, in the world, let's do so in a better way. Let's not try to recreate what we had. This message is so common, which I love. It's popular, which I love. Create something better, and that's what we get to do. Okay, much love and respect to everyone, and I'll be seeing you soon.